Let's say at this point we want to change colors. So I like to start it again, your starting and stopping point. It's not necessary, but if you want your rows to be even, always start and stop at the same needle. So since I started with my white needle and I want even rows, I'm going to change colors at my white needle. We take our yarn ball and we're going to take it out of the machine. Make sure it's still hooked onto this needle so you don't get a drop stitch. And you can put it in the middle of your machine. So we have our yarn ball here. I like to put the yarn on the floor in front of my machine. I have a bowl that I put it in. And now we're going to take the second color. And so I have this yarn ball here and this piece of yarn here. We're going to make sure it's all the way down into our yarn holder. And we want to put it on the same side as where our other color ended. So we want to make sure it's continuous. So if it was on this side, we would skip this needle and then we would start dropping stitches. So I always like it on my right side. And I like to I personally change colors and try to do everything on the right side to stay consistent. And so now it's like they're together, right? Make sure it's fully up and in the yarn holder and then into your yarn tensioner. And then I hold onto these two. So we're going to take the two colors. So we just stopped this one, we started this one, and now we're going to slowly crank to make sure that this needle catches this new color yarn. And we want to make sure it's coming around and they're getting all hooked. And this is the part where we need to be slow. And then what I'm going to do is we're just going to do a little, so you can see that I just put in a little knot, just a little over and under knot there. Okay, let me zoom back so you guys can see. So when you're changing color at this point, we want to be slow because we're getting our new color and the two colors are coming around where they joined. And so you can see them, they're right here. And then what I do at this point is we want to hold these two colors just to make sure nothing drops and they stay hooked together. And make sure everything comes around and seats down all the way down into our machine. Make sure everything goes down. Now everything's been hooked and they're caught. And I'll do a couple rows kind of slow. And then I hold it again just one more time just to make sure. And I make sure everything comes around. And now everything's working smoothly. You can start cranking out as normal. Say we want to change back the colors. So now we're done with this dark color because I'm almost out. And again, I always like to start and stop always on the white needle so we have even rows. So I stop right before my white needle. Put your yarn in here into the middle of your machine and you can take out your light colored gray yarn. And then we're going to put it back up. Take this yarn, I like to put it in a bowl on the floor in front of me. And then again, we want to start and stop on the same side. So I always like to start, I'm facing the machine, so this is my right side. And so I have the dark yarn here, that's where I pulled it off. Now I'm adding back on the light yarn. And so you want to make sure it's continuous. If we added it on this side of the needle, it's gonna skip a stitch and you're gonna get a drop stitch as well. So start and stop like it's a continuous piece of yarn. Seat it all the way down into your yarn holder. That's somewhere else. When I'm changing color yarn, if I do this and I don't look to make sure it's all the way down like in this tongue, you'll get a drop stitch as well. And so now that it's here, we have our dark yarn and our light yarn. We want to make sure this needle grabs it and we're going to just take it very slow. And now we have the yarn here. And so since I didn't get rid of I didn't cut the yarn, at the end of the project is where you can cut these and tie them off together. But if you're going to do stripes, you can just continue to go back and forth. You don't have to cut it till the end of your project. let's cast off here because my yarn's almost gone. So we're back here at our white needle, and let's do a cast off, and then we can sign off. Thank you so much. You're so welcome, Jessica. So to cast off, we're at our last needle, and we're going to take it out of our yarn holder, and we're going to use a large eye plastic needle at the end of our yarn. And you want at least for your tail end of your yarn to be at least the length of your machine. Sometimes like the circumference of your machine is better too. A little bit longer is better. Shorter makes it much harder. And so we're going to cast off, put the tail end on our needle. And then, so this one we want to make sure gets hooked because this is our last needle. So we want to make sure it gets hooked down into the machine because that locks it. So now this one had the yarn, the white needle no longer has any yarn. And we're going to start picking up our stitches. So I like going needle by needle because this one's hooked here on this needle because this needle's up, it's not going anywhere. And this one has the yarn hooked on it, so it's secure. This one now is not, this loop is not secured to anything. So if it gets off of the machine without us picking it up, it will drop and it will unravel. So once the needle goes all the way down, we're just left with this loop on these two little pegs. And then we take our needle, and I use my left hand, and we take our needle and we pick it up onto our needle and put it onto our yarn. Now that stitch cannot drop and he's locked into place. And then I use my right hand and I crank forward needle by needle and I pick up one stitch at a time. Okay, let me move the camera down a little bit. And so you can see here on the inside, this is where we had our colors where we went back and forth. And so what you could do now at this point is we take like our tail end, and then we have a tail end here. We just cut it. And then you're going to knot it. And then I kind of look, because we have two tail ends, right? We pull them together. And then look at this side just to make sure like it's not too loose. Pull it and then knot it. And then that's how you have your two colors. And I like knotting it like at least 2 or 3 times. Some people also put like a little glob of fray check or super glue there, just to kind of make sure there. But there's the two colors side by side. And then same with this one up here. We did it 2 more times. We have our tail end here. And here, these ones were kind of small. I should have left a little bit more to work with, but we can make it work. We tie it down a few times. And then this is how, if you needed to add an extra yarn skein, if you're making like a scarf, or if you want to switch colors, this is how you join them at the end of your project. And so now if we flip it back over so you guys can see, here they are. And the row's very even too. So if you get it where your rows aren't even, they kind of look off, it's just because of where you started and stopped. I always like to start and stop at the same needle. I use the white one. And so there's how you change colors.